Good morning, everybody. It is a new week. Sorry for this angle. I am taking a couple trips this week. It's going to be very chaotic. So I thought that I would do sort of a hitherto travel vlog. Today I'm driving up to Sedona because my very dear friend is visiting and he's doing the half marathon in Sedona. Or is it the full marathon? I'm not sure. But I thought it would be so fun to just go up and see him, and we're going to do a couple hikes. It's going to be very casual, and then I'm coming right back tomorrow because in 2-3 days, I'm leaving for Mexico for a wedding. Do I wish this all wasn't happening on the same week? Of course. I'm feeling actually very stressed. I get a little bit of travel anxiety, just about like leaving my dog, and not so much like being in the air necessarily, but just like feeling prepared, I get a lot of anxiety about. So I do wish I had just a little bit more time to chill and prepare, but that's not what the universe has given us. The universe has given us a very packed February, and we are going to try to live it to the fullest. Today, we're just going to drive up to Sedona. I'm excited because it's about a 2-hour drive from Phoenix. And I have 2 hours and 9 minutes left on my book, which is The Secret History. At the end of this video, I'll do a book review. So I think that's all for now. Please enjoy Sedona views with me. We're going to go into the heart of the vortex.
Suddenly, and with a violence that frightened me, he leaned down and banged his forehead on the steering wheel. Shit, he...
We can go to Bell Rock. Day 2 in Sedona. Yesterday we did a bunch of little hikes, and today we are doing one big hike. We're at the West Fork Trail, which is in the canyon, very different than the other hikes. And this is the best week ever, the guy said at the trailhead, because there are literally no people. There's usually hundreds of people on this trail, so we're very lucky, and it is gonna be a stunning day. sitting in the trunk of the car. We just finished our hike and it was 4 hours and just over 7 miles. And it was so stunning. Like, I mean, you still can see like the red rocks behind me. This place is incredible and no one was here. It was completely empty. So I'm feeling very happy and lucky and just like full of nature. It was incredible. Hello, everybody. We are back at home, touching down quickly. I had a gorgeous little drive yesterday going from Phoenix to Sedona. There's usually so much traffic and there was just nothing. It was just beautiful views, good vibes, and I got to finish my book. On the way up there, I had 2 hours and 9 minutes and I made like surprisingly good time. So I ended up having like almost 30 minutes still left in my book because I just made such good time going up. So I was super excited to finish the book going back down. I think what I've decided to do with this video is I'm just gonna have you come pack with me today, and then Mexico is gonna be a separate video. I think that I just don't want this video to be too long. It just doesn't need to be like that. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the secret history, and then we're gonna pack for Mexico, and then I will see you in the next video after that. And first, ceremoniously, I always do this wrong. Okay. Ceremoniously, we must punch our punch card for fiction books. Woo! And you know what? While we're at it, we're also gonna punch off Arizona outings. I know it's silly, I only gave myself 5 little tumbleweeds to punch out, but I don't know, I was just having such a hard time getting out and about in Arizona. And, you know, January was just a big month, I guess. So I'm already 4 out of 5. What will the reward be? Maybe another Arizona outing. That is the one thing I didn't put any of my rewards for what I earn on these punch cards. My little ADHD brain is like, but I get a punch. That's the reward. Okay, I'm being a mess right now trying to get this back in order. I just need to let it go. I should probably get like a metal ring so that it's not as crazy because I just put it on this like long string. The front. Ah, okay. Oh my gosh, also one of the little hearts came out of the hole punch and I didn't even think about how cute that will be to use as like confetti as a celebration of all of the things that I have accomplished, and maybe make confetti in my 2026 scrapbook that I do at the end of every year. Okay, I'm getting really off topic and I really need to start packing, so let's get serious. Okay, The Secret History. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I'm sure you have heard all about it. The dark academia world loves it. I listened to the audiobook, which was over 22 hours long. It's a very long book. And I think the audiobook is the way to go because I have heard of people getting stuck in the book. And the audiobook was, I don't know, it was really good. First of all, I'm obsessed with Donna Tartt's voice and accent. I had heard she had a good accent and I'm obsessed with accents. I'm a bit of a mimic. And it's a really good accent. She's from Mississippi and she's got that sort of like long drawl of a Southern accent. Very White Lotus, Parker Posey's character. So that's the first thing, is she's really fun to listen to. What I'll say about the book is that the tone is really consistent throughout. The tone is, I don't want to say slow, but it feels like a grandmother telling you a long story, which is perfect if you love to listen to long stories. I've recently been in a phase where I'm like, just want all my friends to tell me stories. Like, I just haven't been in a super chatty phase, I guess. And literally the other day at the park, my friend was like telling me about her dentist appointment. And I was like, and then what happened? Like, I just want to be told stories right now. So it was perfect for me because I just wanted to be like read to. It feels like a grandma is reading something to you from like a story that was written a long time ago. It's very detailed. But all the details do feel important, and just really specific descriptions of these characters. I don't do spoilers, but this is maybe a light spoiler in the sense that I didn't know what the book was about. I just thought it was about 4 students or 5 students at this college, which it is, but in the prologue, in like the very first chapter, it starts with, and this is the small spoiler, it starts with a murder. And that really piqued my interest. I was like, I did not realize this was like a murder novel. And maybe it's not positioned that way because it doesn't read as a thriller. It doesn't read as like a whodunit murder novel. But the whole time, like, that is what the plot is about, is like, how did they get to this point where they murdered this person, and why did it happen, and what are the logistics of it, and like, what is the fallout from it? And that was really interesting because I was not expecting that. So as far as the story goes, I feel like it was really well written, really interesting. I was eating it up. I wouldn't say the prose was like life-changing to me. I wasn't like, wow, that was a really interesting way to say it, maybe a few times, but it's really just like the story and the plot and the characters. So if you're looking for something that's like more prose and more like, wow, this person is the kind of writer that says things in a way that I've been trying to say, but says it like 100 times better, this is more about the story. If you're looking for that, I'd go like Miranda July. I just finished reading her book, All Fours, like a few weeks ago, and hers is very like prose. I highlighted 100 things. This is much more about the plot and the characters. And I will say the characters are so fleshed out, and I know what each of them looks like exactly, and not because anything was overwrought or repetitive, but just because like she paints such a clear picture of who these characters are, both externally and internally. Like, you know how each of them would interact with the same thing in different ways. Like, I do think it was long. For the most part, I felt like it wasn't too long, but there was a point, so I got like 14 hours in of listening, and then I was like, okay, like I still have a lot of time to go. And there was a little dip in like the 14 to 16 hours for me, but then after that, it picked back up again. So I will say, like, it's not a hard book to get into. Like, immediately I was really into it. So if that's what you're after, and you want to sort of pace yourself in a slower story that does have good payoff, I think this is a good book for it. I know some people have resistance to this book, and I completely understand why. For one, it is kind of like slow storybooky, someone's telling you a story. That I loved. I will say, not once did I put the speed up from 1.0, and I usually listen on like 1.3-ish speed. Not once. I was like, tell me the story and tell it to me slow. Like, it felt right that it takes a while to get into the story, but I could see that being frustrating for some people. And then I will also say, like, it is not a diverse book at all. Like, it is about a bunch of wealthy white students, though the protagonist is not wealthy. He's kind of like the outsider. But they are all white students at this, prestigious college on the East Coast. So it's not a diverse book. I think that there definitely could have been more diversity, but there wasn't. So if that is something that would bother you, this probably wouldn't be the book for you either. But all that to say, I really liked The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I thought in a lot of ways it is like a classic American novel. But I am so curious to hear other people's thoughts now. I feel like I need to go on Reddit, but I have something even better, which is you. So if you have read The Secret History and you have feelings about it, good, bad, mediocre, whatever, I would love to hear them in the comments, because I'm not in a book club about this book or anything. So I feel like I need to talk to someone about it. So please tell me what you think. Okay, that's it for our book talk. We are going to be packing for Mexico now. There are so many things I need to do. I need to pack, I need to clean. I need to figure out what the weather is and what the events are. I'm going for a wedding, and it's going to be beautiful, but I have, some due diligence to take care of now. shower is done. Now we do the pre-trip tasks. Okay, I finished my self-tan and it's starting to develop. Wish me luck. This is only the second time I've ever done self-tan, and the other time was like 6 years ago, so I really don't know what I'm doing, but I read the instructions and I tried my best to make sure there were no streaks. I feel like I can already see it developing, like I didn't put any on my face, so hopefully it goes okay. I think that's pretty much it for packing. I'm just finishing up little bits and bobs, downloading a show, making sure I have a good book to read on the flight. So next time I see you will either be my Valentine's Day vlog or my Mexico vlog. So I will see you then. Okay, bye.